Hi everyone. In this week's lecture, I learned about requirements engineering. So, what's requirements engineering? Requirement engineering is the process of identifying, analyzing, documenting, and managing the requirements of software system. Um, it's very important step in software development process, in software engineering basically. The major activities in software um, requirements engineering are elicitation, documentation and definition, prototyping, analysis, specifications, review and validations, and gaining agreements and acceptance. So let's talk about elicitation. What's requirement elicitation? Elicitation is gathering the information, basically requirements from the stakeholders. It can be done by implementing various techniques like interviews, surveys, workshops, um, brainstorming. The there are 6 dimensions of detailed requirement elicitation, which includes individual functionality, system with other interfaces, user interfaces, data formats and information needs, and other constraints such as performance, reliability, and security. Now let's move to requirement analysis. Requirement analysis is done in 2 ways. Firstly, the categorizing the requirements and prioritizing the requirements. The requirements are categorized on 2 levels. One is functional requirement, the other one is non-functional requirement. So what's functional requirement? Functional requirement basically are the things that system should do, like generating reports, user login, that kind of stuff. And non-functional requirements is how system should work, like things like security, reliability, speed, um, and requirement prioritization basically is to satisfy the limitations such as time, resources, technical capabilities. Um, so, to prioritize the requirements, we can do it in 2 ways. One is just from experience or gut feelings, the other one is sorting by priority groups, where the priority groups are based on some prioritization criteria list. For example, current user needs has the highest priority, and the other way is pairwise comparison, which can be done using the analytical hierarchical process AHP. um, Once the requirements are gathered, more details must be spelled out. So the things like requirement definition, requirement prototyping, and reviewing has to be done after that. Requirement definition can be done, maybe written in various ways, like simple input, process, output definition in simple English, or using data flow diagram, entity relation diagram, or use case diagrams. We also learned how to make these diagrams in this week's lecture, but since I have limited time frame, I won't be able to explain it. So um, so let's talk about requirements prototyping. So prototyping is basically developing a version of the system, especially the user interface, to help users and developers better understand the requirements. It allows stakeholders to see how the system will work, look, and behave before the actual development begins. This can be done using two models, two modes. One is low fidelity, that's using paper, cardboard to represent screens and human to move the boards. Another one is high fidelity, that's using automated tools such as Visual Basic to code the screen and direct the logical flow of this screen. These concepts are highly relevant to my software engineering project as they help me and my team gather clear and complete requirements, avoid misunderstanding, and focus on developing the most important features first. By applying these techniques, we can improve the overall quality of system and ensure successful project delivery. Overall, this lecture helped me understand the importance of well-defined and prioritized requirements in building effective software system. Thank you.